Let's go. It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best in me. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It's your boy Joel Awesome. All right, we talking about Daredevil episode 4, okay, Born Again. And damn it, I'm mad I gotta clap it up. But I enjoyed myself. I am shocked. That episode was fucking good. What happened? What happened? That shit was good. What are y'all doing? Y'all switched it up on us? That shit was fire. This episode was fire. Now, if you know me, I've been criticizing this show since season 1. I also felt like, starting off this new season, it's been better, but it ain't Netflix, right? That's all I would say. Netflix was just, Daredevil is the best show they've ever did. And that was I'm talking about the Netflix one. But this one, it's not quite Netflix. Oh shit, I'm spitting everywhere. Look at me. I'm too excited. Let me wipe my mouth. I'm too excited, man. Look, this one, they did their thing. And this episode, it was like, okay, shit. This episode was good. Now, I can't say I didn't have any complaints, because I do have complaints. But at the end was so satisfying that it was like, yo, you know what? I ain't even mad. Now, if you ain't seen the episode, pause it, save it. I'm going to give you the non-spoiler review is watch it. Okay, it was better than anything they've done with this whole series of Born Again yet. All right, but I'm about to get into spoilers. So if you ain't watched it, man, hit save, come back. Please hit like too, because I need some likes, man. But all right, so let's start off. It starts off with Bullseye. Now, so far in this whole season, every scene with Bullseye has been fire. Now, I don't know if that's because of him or the writing or directing, but dude, it's fire. So the first scene, he comes in, it's painting the picture of what he's been doing, what he's been up to. He's being the nice guy around town and helping out the old lady in the apartment. He's a straight up gangster, basically, because they don't know that he's a gangster and he's Bullseye. So he kills this whole task force. Now, we will say the setup for the killing of the task force is kind of funny, because it was like, bro, they completely surrounded him. And later on, it kind of, I'll tell you, it just doesn't really connect, because he murks the whole task force surrounded, right? Marvel shit, Daredevil superhero shit. So we ain't tripping, right? And then I'm like, all right, we got to get into the Daredevil stuff. It was a great intro, great introduction. I was like, that was fire. They don't normally do shit like that. So we get into we're like, oh, we're going to get a Daredevil introduction. They go back to the damn parody Kingpin, with the girl making fun of him. Like we don't care about that. But let me talk about some of the good parts. One of the good parts, I do like what they do with the show. Daredevil is kicking it with Karen. They're in their little hideaway, plotting, scheming, interviewing some guy, the last survivor of the ship that got blew up. And Daredevil was just chilling in his suit, which I like. It looks ridiculous. But this is superheroes, man. They always look ridiculous. And it kind of reminds me of the cartoons and the comics where they be having conversations, they be doing shit with they suit and they mask on. So I actually like that, because I feel like in a lot of the live action stuff, they take the mask off too much. It's like, dang, why everybody got to know your identity? But Daredevil just rocking this shit basically the whole episode. Now, Karen, I'm back to my complaints, man. Karen, what are we doing with Karen? All right, the task force run up into Duffy's office, right? Tear the shit up, say we looking for the swordsman, which who cares, whatever. But minutes later, Karen is there with a wig on, like trying to recruit her, get her help. I'm like, y'all couldn't send nobody else to do this? She is on the run. I said this in the last video. She is on the run. Why is she here in public with a weak ass wig on? We know it's you. I'm like, they ain't doing no type of like patrolling or surveilling to find this girl. So that is a complaint. And then also, man, that scene where they were in the hideout, they're trying to set some things up. The white tiger girl. She was this close to being a likable character, and she really didn't have to do much. But this is a big issue I had with this show, man. Like, she's talking to Karen, right? She's talking to Karen like, Karen, let me do the mission. I'm not a kid. I'm out for revenge. I can do this damn shit. And Karen was like, I don't know. And she looked at Daredevil. That was like, let her work. Fuck it. What we got? What we got to lose out here? You know what I mean? And Karen was like, okay, Karen gives her approval, basically. And the girl's like, all right, bet. Daredevil was like, come here. And he's like, yo, you got a big responsibility coming up. Are you ready? And her response was the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Daredevil calls her over after giving Karen the green light to let her go do some mission superhero shit. Right? Daredevil calls her over and asks, are you ready? Great question. What do you expect her to say? Fuck yeah, I'm ready. You supposed to be like, yeah, I'm ready. You know what I mean? Born ready. I've been dying to do this. You know what I mean? We're like, oh yeah. And she was like, her response was, are you? Wait a minute. I said, what kind of response was that? Daredevil asked you, are you ready to do this shit? You supposed to say, fuck yeah. She's talking about some, are you? I got superhero sensing powers. This is my 5th season and I'm in a Spider-Man movie. What are you talking about? Is he ready? Have you not seen the shit that Daredevil has been doing? I can hear heartbeats from a mile away. Nobody can run up on me. I can sense stuff that I can smell what you ate for breakfast 4 days ago. Are you ready? It was the most retarded response that makes you immediately an unlikable character because you're disrespecting your mentor. You know what I mean? You're disrespecting the nigga putting you on. My comparison is Iron Man and Spider-Man. When Iron Man knighted Spider-Man and said, yo, you're an Avenger now. Spider-Man had this look on his face like, yo, I'm excited. Then he locked in. You know what I mean? It was like, fuck it, I got shit to do. That was the perfect response. He didn't even have to say nothing. She didn't have to say nothing. She could have hit with an eye and they could have, interrupted the shit. But RU was like, that's just disrespectful. Imagine Iron Man knight Spider-Man. It's like, you're an Avenger now. And Spider-Man hit him with one of these, like, an Avenger? Like, who are you? Like, we would have been like, huh? What's going on? Like, this is an honor. You should be stoked. You should be, feel a sense of confidence. But to just throw it back in there, though, like, why are you answering my question with a fucking question? Should have said, yo, what do you need me to do? What should I do next? You know what I mean? Either way, she had her plan. Either way, I'm going to start complaining about that. That was terrible, though. You want to make a likable character, make them relatable. Nobody can relate to that shit. Nobody would look Daredevil in the face if he's about to put me on a mission, tell me, are you ready? I'm going to look this nigga in the face like, nigga, are you? No, I'm not ready, nigga, and I'm terrified. But it shit just didn't make no sense with this character. And I'm like, you could have actually made this a likable character. Maybe they're making her unlikable for a reason. I don't get it. If she gonna take over and be the new white tiger, and she ain't kicking no ass. Like, she wearing the thing, but she ain't beating nobody ass. What's the point? Either way, we off her. She has a little mission where she get a little storage device to the homie, and he pass it off to BB, and BB's with the fat kid, and they buy. Honestly, everything with BB and the fat kid has just been. It's just been a wash. Like, we don't care, bro. Just move on. So I'm watching the show. I'm complaining about Homegirl and her response to Daredevil. I'm complaining about BB and the other kid. And I'm complaining about the the Kingpin parody stuff. But then they start cooking with this fight scene. Man, every fight scene with Bullseye was fire. Then they start cooking with this fight scene with Daredevil, and I'm like, hold on. This is what I realized. This episode was extra long. This was not a 30-minute long extra episode. Which I will say, it gave them more time to do shit. Felt like a real episode. Like I was really entrenched. I was really submerged in the story. And then, Kingpin is setting up. I missed the complete boat. Someone please explain to me why the mayor is in a boxing match. I didn't understand that. Well, the underground box, I'm still confused about why that was happening. Maybe I'll go back and figure it out. But either way, Kingpin's getting ready for this boxing match. Another complaint I have, let me just keep get them all out the way, is that this dude is too skinny. Like, what happened to the Kingpin? And he getting in shape for the box. No, the Kingpin is supposed to be 400, 450, all just no neck, just straight muscle. You know what I mean? Like, the Kingpin is huge. And then when he gets to boxing this dude, I'm like, he's getting too many hits in. The dude's still standing. The real Kingpin would have smacked that dude in 3 hits. Bow, bow, bow. That dude would have been knocked out. So I was like, why is he in a boxing match? It didn't make any sense. But let's round it all up. All right, so y'all seen this. We get to the boxing match. Bullseye is ready to say, yo, I'm here to kill Fisk. I think he was wanting to kill Vanessa because she set him up to kill Foggy, da-da-da-da-da-da. How the fuck does Vanessa pull out the blicky? Nobody shoots Bullseye the entire time. Not the task force. The task force had him surrounded in another episode, still couldn't shoot him. She managed to get a shot off and hit him in the ribs with a gun. Vanessa? Does she have any gun skills? Like, she ain't Hawkeye, nigga. You know what I mean? She ain't Bullseye. She ain't fucking, like, what? She pulls out a gun while being held back and hits Bullseye, but nobody on the task force can hit this dude or shoot this dude. I was so pissed. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And he threw the little glass thing at her and Kingpin smacked it. And I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Y'all was doing good with the episode because the action been on point the whole episode. Okay, Daredevil scenes have been good. Bullseye scenes have been great. They didn't spend too much time with the annoying people. And then the best thing happened. All right. So early in the episode, let me jump back to that. Early in the episode, Vanessa was having this conversation with, I don't even know who the fuck that bitch was. Maybe the governor or something like that. But she was talking about, I don't trust Fisk, but I trust you. Why would you trust Fisk's wife if you don't trust Fisk? What kind of stuff do you think she on? That whole conversation was dumb, and it really felt like they were just trying to shit on Kingpin, which didn't make any sense. Like, we don't need him, and you could have did this by yourself. Well, what world is Vanessa Fisk Kingpin? Y'all keep undermining the dude's gangster. You done made him skinny. You done put him on Ozempic. Y'all got to give my dude some respect, man. Y'all got to give my dude some respect. But either way, she was annoying as hell. She's been annoying as hell since season 1 of the new series. And I'm like, bro, just kill this bitch already. Just kill her ass already. And then they did it. Glass to the temple. They didn't leave you the reason why they put the glass to the temple to let you know she dead and she ain't coming back. Okay? This ain't one of them shot and then the cut scene and we don't know what happened, who got shot. No. She had glass in her temple. She is done. I said, I can't believe it. I can't believe they did. I didn't expect them to murk her or smirk her. And I was just like, wow. I started clapping it up. Honestly, from the point when I seen the glass in her head, I've been clapping from then on, and I gave it a standing ovation. That episode was fire. The end had a twist that I didn't see coming, but I loved it because Vanessa died and we finally got rid of her. Hopefully, Kingpin's gonna suddenly get respect. Okay, I don't know, maybe. But another good part was Bullseye was fire. His scene was fire. Honestly, you gotta stick with. I feel like sticking with one villain, is really the go-to. Like, you don't need 100 villains in this. So I know the creepy dude supposed to be back that's working with Kingpin. Apparently, Kingpin's hitman just murdered all his, murdered his henchmen. So who knows what's going to happen with that? Honestly, he's just not been interesting. Bullseye has been the most interesting villain y'all had. I don't know what they're waiting for with the Punisher. I guess he's not going to be in it, but they'll probably bring him in like last episode or something like that before they pass on to the Punisher special. Jessica Jones hasn't showed up yet. Honestly, as much as I like the character, don't need her right now. The show's cooking. The show has too many characters anyway. So killing Vanessa off was a good move. Let's kill some more characters. Let's kill the fat kid. Let's kill BB. Let's kill we didn't see anything from his therapist. Probably why the episode's better. I think maybe we did, but I don't remember that shit. So either way, they could have skipped it, or they went fast enough that you forget it. So we could kill the therapist. Bring Cherry back, man. Y'all did that nigga dirty, man. I don't know. Is he dead? I don't remember. I thought he went to the hospital, but he might be dead. Get a white tiger. I ain't giving up on her yet. I'm trying not to, but she has been a trash character from season 1. Like, season 1, she wasn't doing shit, and she was crying and complaining and not getting nothing done. I get it, your uncle got smart, but do some superhero shit. Let's not hear you be combative to the fucking to the man. You know what I mean? Daredevil's the fucking man. Like, bitch, are you ready? Like, are you like? I would have stolen that. You know what I mean? Like, clearly you ain't wow, you know what I mean? Hit it with Stick wouldn't take no disrespect like that. Let's talk about Stick. Stick wouldn't take no disrespect like that. He would have had a one-liner that would have shut her down and put her in her place, man. Oh, they done hit me with the screensaver. Either way, man, that episode was fire. Absolute cinema. I'm gonna let them go. Like, you got to see that one. That was good. The fight scenes was good. They was cooking. Damn, shit's looking up. They're getting it right. So, hey, yo, let me know what you think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out this mud.
Don't play with my patience. Man, they gone with the flow when they trying to fake it. That's not the way I roll. That's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip. Ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's